Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Something special on my lap. I have a little Figmo. Now, I'm going to have to put him back into his cage real soon. Number one, he's very, very nervous. He is just jumping all the time. And he was wanting something to drink, but I wanted to show him off because he's a sweetie, even though he's so nervous. Now, I don't know if it's old age, hopefully not mites. I need a fix. I'm feeling really dope sick, said little Gotsy Ray as he stood over Octina Key. Ray didn't look good in the dim light. His face was getting really thin and his motile tendrils shook all the time. Octina Key stared back at him, lying on the thin, dirty mattress and giant compound eyes reflecting green light. "Why are you doing this?" asked Octina Key. "Look, I need," said Ray, but Octina Key cut him off. "You're strung out on H. You haven't eaten in I don't know how long. How are you addicted?" Little Gotsy Ray didn't know the answer, and right now didn't want to know. His central eye felt like sandpaper in its socket, and his brain was melting. He needed a fix. Now. But I just noticed that his fur is getting a little bit thin in a whole bunch of places on his back. So I don't think it's mites because it wouldn't grow quite like that, but they have all sorts of liver and kidney things that can affect their fur growth. Or it could be just old age because he's getting older. But this is Thigmo and he's a sweetie, but as you can see he's really nervous, and he felt my grasping like that, and it came across as predator-like for him. So I got to put him away because I don't want him to freak out anymore. Here we go, Thiggy. You're such a good little guy. Thank you so much. I am sorry. He is a sweetheart. I don't want to hurt him or make him sick because I'm just hurting his immune system by stressing him out. But he's a sweetheart. I mean, I'm glad I showed him off. He, the other day, freaked out and jumped and ended up on the floor. And then, when I say the other day, it was like a couple of weeks back. And then little Gojira down there, actually, I don't know why, but she's been really super skittish lately. And she freaked out and just leaped and ended up on the floor, and I had to rescue her. So, I don't know what's going on with them, but, well, everyone else is fine. He's just skittish, but even though he was drinking, when I reached in, I moved the cage stuff, it made noise. He looked up and he was going, but he didn't run. He stayed right there and I just picked him up. So he was nervous and scared, but at the same time, he was fighting his instincts to stay there because he knew that I wasn't going to hurt him at the same time. So thumbs up for that. There is something that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully I'm going to be able to remember what it was now, because I was thinking about it just before I started recording, and then of course I heard little Thigmo down there, and so I appeared to have blasted it out of my skull. One thing is with it's a cannabis thing that I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember why, unfortunately. One thing though, you can get, where did I put that? I put this thing to the special in one place. Here we are. You can get, this was like $10, and since I have to spend money on pain control anyway, I bought a pack of this, and you get like 10 half-gram pre-rolls, so you can just get stuff like this. And of course they have to call them pre-rolls because even though, cannabis is legal in a bunch of states now for recreational and medicinal use, to get away from that drug culture stuff, they call them pre-rolls and not joints. So, still though, they're nice to have so that you can go out walking and you just pull out a pre-roll and start smoking that instead of having to worry about rolling something on your own or taking a pipe or whatever with you, you just pull out a pre-roll and you smoke that as you go. Thumbs up for that. I was even thinking about that too, about the health differences between joints and cigarettes. I mean, after all, a pre-roll doesn't really have a filter on it like cigarettes do, because filters are to grab all the horrible stuff as much as possible, and then of course you still get horrible stuff because otherwise you wouldn't get the nicotine and then you wouldn't get your fix. But on a pre-roll, that little end, it's not a filter. Oh, excuse me. They make all this stuff out of hemp. And so there's folded and like almost hemp cardboard that they use. And it is like in a little Z or weird shape inside of there. And then that abuts up against the cannabis stuff. And it keeps it from just going rah all the way through. So it's not a filter, but you got to have something so that you don't end up like inhaling all the stuff, because they use machines and stuff to chop it, and so it gets kind of fine, so you got to be careful. Thumbs up for that. Yay. But as well, boy, I didn't go walkies last night because of the rain. Couple of reasons. One of them was the rain. But oy vey, I tell you, when I don't have something to fill my time with, that's when life just feels so unsatisfying and empty. I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, and I don't know why. And even with all the stuff that's hanging on over the top of me, my financial sword of Damocles all over my head, the threat of becoming homeless, I still wake up with a smile on my face, and I walk into back into the buzzsaw, but which you gotta do. But it's when I get to the evening time, largely I go walking partly because I want to stay healthy and active and all that, and partly it's because otherwise there's largely nothing there. I mean, I'm almost too tired to write. I can think, but actually leaning forward and doing the typing is just, sometimes it's just too much. Most of the time it's too much. A large portion of the nights I'm just so wiped out I can't even play a game. I can just watch videos and feel unsatisfied with life. And all I've done is make videos. Just sit here and play a game and record it and then edit and then render and then upload, or just render and upload videos that I had made the previous day. And at the end of that, starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, after I wake up at like 5:30, and then finishing at like sometimes anywhere from 2 to 3 onward, then there is nothing. I'm just wiped out. And sometimes I can go out for the walk. I mean, I can do that. That's not an issue. But it's just when I don't go out for walkies, it's just, I'm not good. And I need to fix that somehow. So I've talked about things with my therapist, and I don't know what to do about this yet. I mean, I need something. If I could afford all the meds that I need and all that, maybe there'd be a big difference, but we'll see how that turns out. Largely, it's just, yesterday I went for my walk early because I realized that I had forgotten. On the 3rd, the night of the 3rd, on Friday, I realized that the 5th was on Sunday, and I pay my rent on the 5th, so I meant to pay that on Friday. Technically, I guess because it's closer to Monday, Monday would have been fine, but then Monday, I forgot too. So yesterday, it was like, oh! And I grabbed my stuff and I walked down, and then I paid my rent, and I did some other just walkies around town, and then I walked back. So it was a very short walk that way, like maybe 3 miles instead of the 6 or 7 that I usually take. And then I was done when I got back, and it was before 5 o'clock. And then I just waited to do that little bit of self-advertising when my 6 o'clock video went public, and I yammered about it on Facebook, and I yammered about it on Twitter, and then I was done. There was nothing else. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I'm posting on Twitter. I'm done. There's nothing to do, and I'm... I can't go to bed now, but there's still 4 hours left. So I do my best to think. It's just writing is largely... Doing anything physical is largely almost impossible when it's at that point. Just because my physical body isn't up to it, because I misread my charge on it, where I thought it was 40% charged at the beginning of the day, and instead it was only 25%. Oops. But still, I mean, as bad and as desperate as it sometimes feels, I still wake up with a smile on my face, and I walk into the buzzsaw feeling at least semi-optimistic. So that's good. I mean, at least my meter resets every morning. Definitely a thumbs up. Past that, just surviving. I mean, I have been playing some computer games. I cheated my way through the third act of Dusk, and I had to. And really, the first episode of Dusk, because it's like in the 3-mission thing, just like Doom and all those old retro things, it comes in 3 big missions, and you play each one separately. The first one was brilliant. The second one was awesome. The third one started relying a little bit too much on arenas and such like that. There's one level map that you enter, and it's just got ammo and weapons and some power-ups scattered everywhere, along with some jump pads. And then you just run, and then they start throwing in just regular enemies. And then you fight that wave. And then the stronger enemies, and then another wave of stronger, and then another wave of stronger, and then another wave of stronger, and it's not clever. And there's a whole lot of, it's not clever. It's just, I couldn't think of anything, and this is the third episode. Here's an arena. And there's no real thought beyond, hey, what would happen if? And it doesn't really fit a theme, but... Luckily, you can get a Steam achievement for cheating if you type in any of the cheats, so I got an achievement for it. I wanted to see the end. It was kind of disappointing. It was a good and a bad boss fight, because it was this huge monster that you could not hurt, and so you had to avoid it until these times where you could shoot the ceiling, and then rocks would fall, sunlight would fall down on the big bad. Then you could hurt it until something happened again, at which point it became invulnerable. You had to avoid it, knock the next crack, and then shoot it while the sun was on it, and then just rinse and repeat. I mean, it wasn't clever because of that. It was just time wasting. So, I mean, it makes sense. Most game developers, most people put the least amount of attention into the end game, because statistically, it's a pyramid. You know, you've got 80% of your market will play this part of your game, and then the remaining 20%'s up here, but it keeps getting smaller and smaller the closer you get to your end game, until you get to the very end. It's like 1-2% of your players have done that. So you're making your end game for that 1 or 2% instead of the 80 and 90%. I mean, that's the way it goes. Life is life. Yeah, so I've just been surviving, taking care of my hamsters. Little Dr. Snurf in the corner, he's still fine. He stays in his nest, and he runs on his wheel, and he does what he does, and it's good. Little Saber down here is in good shape. She just stays mostly in her nest as well. I mean, she and Dr. Snurf are older now. She is still insane. I never know what Gojira is going to do. She moves her nest on the daily, it seems, and there's no real rhyme or reason that I can see for it. So thumbs up. I mean, hamsters are going to hamster. So, and of course you saw Thigmo, but Dumpster, I did it again. He's not a dumpster anymore because I trimmed his fur off. Little Dust Mop. It starts with a D, so it's the same type of thing. Little Dust Mop, he's really in good shape. I picked him up. He always comes running out when there's any noise. He comes over to see what it is, and then I pick him up, and he just sits on my hand. And he's really, really good. And then I put him down, and he does hamster stuff. So hamsters are going to hamster, and it's awesome. Very, very cool. Now, I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. No, I haven't. I am opening up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. And I'm going to go through, as soon as I get that done, and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I am not reading the comments. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So good, bad, or indifferent, just thank you for having left one. It is appreciated. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. And, of course, I've forgotten the last one. Oh, that's proof of point. Proof of concept. I count it, well, it's a range of 20 to 25 because with my memory, which you just saw, it's not good. It's getting better every day, but it's still not wonderful. So thumbs up for that. Now that I have actually got them open, we have Russian timing, greatly appreciated. Tom Dabik, thank you very, very much. And Inexpressible, greatly appreciated. Shivanji Pandey, thank you very, very much. And Our Lady of the Perpetual Stowel, I like that name a lot. Thank you very, very much. Trina Tan, thumbs up and thank you. Matt Oxley, greatly appreciated. Confused Owl 29, thumbs up and thank you. Young Prince, greatly appreciate. Kathy Kitscat, good to see you in the comments, indeed. Mr. Meow, thumbs up and thank you. We have Panda Boy, greatly appreciated. Ms. Lee, thank you very, very much. Just_A_watcher, thumbs up and thank you. Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciated. JW, that dude, thumbs up and thank you. Geronimo, bow ties are cool. They are, thank you very, very much. Sinan Ozturk, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And Silver Platinum, greatly appreciated. Then we have Dank Mark, thumbs up and thank you. Little Syrup, greatly appreciated. Then we have Rin Antizanius, and then it looks like, I cannot tell, some characters that I cannot identify, but thank you very, very much, even though I slaughtered your name. Greatly appreciated. Then we have Ryan Fisher, thumbs up and thank you. Then we have The Real Wide Blaze, thumbs up and thank you very much. And last but not least, Bailey Snyder. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and thank you very, very much. I realized one of the reasons my vlog was so short yesterday is because I forgot to. If you could check out my various things down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you would like to help me out but don't want to contribute to one of those, I have a PayPal link down below. That would be awesome if you could check that out. Very, very cool. If you'd like to help me out but don't want to send money, I have an Amazon wishlist link down below. That would be cool if you check that out as well. It has hamster food, cat food, me food, silly things, not silly things. If you could check that out, that would be very cool. Do not feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them on the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. Excuse me. Oh, vocal cords failed. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. Hit that bell. Much more round. That would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Distance markers using ASL. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, yeah, I've got this video. I've got another video to edit and render. I've got a Reddit reading reaction video to make, so definitely a thumbs up on that. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will burp at a very wrong time. It was either take the time to burp or be pained as it forced its way out anyway. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. And that's the difference between me and a hypervlogger. A hypervlogger would have cut that out. Me, I just go, oh gosh, I'm burping. So take care, and I will see you on the flip side, my friend.